Hi there, and welcome to my latest edition of my transition vlog. I'm sorry I haven't been around for a while, and thank you to everyone who's contacted me saying they were worried because they hadn't heard from me and is everything all right. It's very, very lovely of you to contact me and check up on me. I am okay, thank you. It's just that I've had a really big workload to do. I've had a big work backlog, and I've just been working my way through that. So I had to throw myself into work. So I've had to sort of stop vlogging for a while. But I have actually recorded 3 other vlogs that I haven't had time to edit yet. So I will put those up, but they'll be a bit back to front. But yeah, that's okay. The content will still be the same. But what I wanted to do was actually share with you. I've had a very significant weekend this weekend. It's been quite challenging in some ways. I've been down to Kent to visit my mum, and it's the first time that she will have seen me as Katie. Now she's known about my cross-dressing for about 10 years, but she never really got it, and she always sort of buried her head in the sand because I never needed to show her that. But obviously with my transition, that's a completely different thing because that's a permanent thing, and so she can't bury her head in the sand there, and I can't hide it from her. So it's one of those things that I had to see her at some point as Katie. And the last time I went down, I deliberately went down as Martin for the last time just to help give her closure. So anyway, I decided to go down this weekend. Now I speak on the phone a lot to my mum. I don't go down as often as I'd like to see her, and certainly as often as she'd like. But I do talk to her on the phone a lot, because on the phone I sound the same because my voice still hasn't changed yet. So although I am working on it, I know it doesn't sound like it at the moment, but I am working on it. And of course, so as far as she's concerned, she's still hearing Martin on the phone, and every time I used to phone her, I'd sort of say, "Oh, hi Mum, it's Katie here," and then I'd hear a voice on the other end saying, "Oh, hello Martin." I think, oh no. So it was a bad start to the conversation. She has stopped doing that, but then every now and again she'll say, "Oh, of course, I'll always call you Martin," and then it's, "Well, because you'll always be my son." So I've been getting a lot of that, although she has just stopped doing that recently. So I think she is trying. She hasn't been able to call me Katie yet, but she's just not sort of calling me anything at the moment. So, she'd be sort of saying, "Oh, hello," and then an awkward silence where you'd expect her to say my name. A bit of background to my mum. I mean, she's 81, so the older generation, they do generally find it harder to cope with this sort of thing, and I understand that. I get it. I mean, I look back. I mean, I'm 49, and I look back to when I was a child growing up in the 70s. It was a scandal if anybody said they were gay. And not long before that, it was illegal. I mean, it's crazy now when you think about it. But obviously, transgender people, we're that much further behind that, the gay people. So we've got a long way to go, really. So I understand why it's difficult for people of my mum's generation to get their head around it. And obviously, when you're closely related to somebody, it's much more personal. It's even harder. So I do understand why my mum's struggling with it. But it doesn't make it any easier. The other factors that come into play is that my mum's religious. She's not majorly sort of evangelical and sort of really out there religious, but her partner is. Unfortunately, he's luckily he doesn't live with her, but unfortunately he's a religious bigot, and there's no other way of going about it. He uses his religion to justify his bigotry. And he's so prejudiced, and some of the things he said to me, I mean, the last time I saw him, he said that I was abnormal and an aberration, which was nice of him. But anyway, luckily he doesn't live with her, so he doesn't have to be a part of my life. He's a part of her life, and that's up to her, but he doesn't have to be a part of my life, and that's fine by me. Anyway, luckily he kept out the way this weekend, and I sort of said to Mum that I didn't really want him around, because I don't really want to see him, to be honest, and so that was okay. But I was very worried about this weekend because I know that my mum's struggling, and I didn't know how it was going to go at all and what sort of reception I'd get. Anyway, I had a terrible drive down. There was a smash up on the M1 on the way down, and so it took me 6 hours to get down to see her. So I was exhausted by the time I got in, and tired, and I wasn't really prepared for the reaction that I was going to get. And normally I'd have a big hug and a kiss and everything, and sit down, have a cup of tea, and just sort of just relax. But of course this time was different. I went in, and there was just this look of horror on her face. She just looked at me, and just this disdain all over her face. And she just said, "Who's that?" And she said, "It doesn't belong to me." And with that, she just turned her back on me and walked away. And it was so hurtful. It was awful. It really does hurt. Well, it was just a really bad start, really. And I just sort of said, "Oh, that was really hurtful." And she just said, "Yeah, well," and that was it. And so it wasn't a great start, really. However, that was yesterday, and today was much better. Just by being with her and talking, and just so that she could see that I'm still the same person. I'm still a child, exactly the same person, with the same personality and everything. I just look different. So she could sort of see that, and she was coming round a bit today, and she did say, and I did ask her, "How are you feeling about it today? Are you feeling any better?" And she said, "Yeah." She said, she said, "I will get it. I just need time." So I just need to give her that time. I need to be probably a bit more patient with her, really, I think. So I think there is hope there, and she did try, actually, bless her. She was talking. She didn't call me Katie, but she was talking to her dog, and she was sort of saying, "Oh, look, there's Katie there." So I actually view that as a big step forward. I think she was trying. She was really trying, and I know it's really hard for her, and it's hard for all of us. But I think there is hope there, and I think overall, I think the sort of the mother's unconditional love, I think, will shine through in the end. So I think there is hope there. And a lot of transgender people have it a lot tougher than I do, and their parents completely disown them and walk away, and it's really, really, really hard. And so there's a lot of people in my situation going through a lot worse. And I'm lucky that I've got lots of friends. I've got lots of brilliant friends who are supporting me. Most of my clients have been brilliant as well. They've given me a lot of support as well. And I think I probably have lost some clients through this, sadly. I thought that was going to be the case. But most of them have stuck by me and have been absolutely brilliant. So I have had a lot of support. So that's where I am. So that I just wanted to share that with you. It's been quite a tough weekend. I just got back home. That's quite late at night now, but I just wanted to sort of record this now, just to sort of show you how I was feeling and how I've got on. So anyway, I will put up some other vlogs afterwards, which were recorded a few weeks ago. Once I get round to editing them, and I'll put them up, and then normal service will be resumed. So thanks very much for watching, and hope to catch you up on the next one.